everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. We've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. And with that, we'll send you up to the north shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers. As we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Well, against Baltimore, that quiet first half that everyone had on offense for Pittsburgh. But Antonio Brown, he came alive in the second half, finished with a touchdown at 85 yards.
And showed exactly why you and I both know that Baltimore head coach John Harbaugh never was comfortable with that 21-point lead. Kept waiting for Antonio Brown to break out. He did. It put a lot of pressure on the Ravens. That's what you get with a big-time player. When the game's on the line, they tend to come through.
And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
We said earlier Week 9 was really a defensive battle. And to that point, Le'Veon Bell, 32 yards on the ground, 38 through the air. He was bottled up.
And it doesn't happen often because everyone knows that Pittsburgh's going to use him on the ground, through the air, yet he still produces big numbers. So Baltimore, with their game plan, executed it almost to perfection.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here's Roethlisberger, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
All week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? He's surprised. Came in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for it. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Flainer, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Flainer. Fresh set of downs here. Breeze now on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And Cooks has it over the middle. call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And partner Mark Ingram, I think he had heard the same stories we did about losing his job at Tim Hightower because of the fumbling issues. Well, his response in Week 9, 158 yards, including a 75-yard touchdown run.
He lost a key fumble at Kansas City, cost him a chance to win two games ago. Then, of course, as you just mentioned last week, sitting down early, Hightower has a big game. This was a get-right game for him. Spent some time with Sean Payton, one-on-one, and really came out ready to play.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. John Kuhn from 8 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Back onto the field comes the Pittsburgh offense. They've had their struggles, especially recently, even with Big Ben back in Week 9. And, you know, after the game against Baltimore, Antonio Brown said we've got to have guys step up because at times he was triple covered in that game.
So that means Eli Rogers, who actually had a very nice game against Baltimore, over 100 yards in receptions, Darius Hayward-Bay, Sammy Coates, the tight end Jesse James. I think that's who he's talking to. If I'm going to get triple covered, you guys have to make plays.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in a run game. No gain.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 67 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And this one's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. So So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Breeze. It's complete. Flainer, right side. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. Good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 5. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, Charles, I know last night at the hotel we were going over injuries around the league and then looking at the quote-unquote next man up and who has really stepped in to fill some big shoes this year. Who'd you have down?
Well, Cleveland, it hasn't paid off for them yet, but 6 different guys have thrown passes for them so far. They've got to settle on a starter that they really like. How about in Dallas? I think that's the ultimate one right there. Dak Prescott stepping in for Tony Romo. Kansas City's had a carousel of running backs with the injury to Jamal Charles.
And one more in Denver. DeMarcus Ware returned in Week 9, but when he was out, who stepped up?
Shane Ray, their first-round draft pick in 2015.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Can't find anyone open. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
The final shot for 4, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Green, the tight end, in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Saints going up against the Cowboys. And with that, we're off to Big D and AT&T Stadium, where we'll say hello to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo.
And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out in the pistol. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a New Orleans 1st down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And the wideout in motion. Breeze now on 1st down. Left side and caught by Flainer. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, baby! Get excited!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bryce Butler from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. You know, so much talk about Dallas's offense starting out 7-1, and rightfully so. But this defense, they've been good too.
And there was plenty of angst in the offseason heading into 2016 about that defense. Who was going to rush the passer? Who could cover downfield? A lot of people thought Dallas's defense was going to be their weak link. They're only giving up 17.5 points per game at this stage of the year.
Hey, you kill! Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. What a start in New Orleans for the rookie Thomas. He leads all rooks in both catches and touchdowns.
And he cares. Has tremendous passion for the game, passion for his craft. The last time I saw him in person, I stuck with James Laurinaitis, the linebacker for New Orleans in pregame, and that's all he kept raving about, how much this guy cares, not just about the game, but about winning.
Mentioned the touchdowns, 2 of them in Week 9 in their game against San Francisco.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense,